Good evening, everyone. Mayor Henyard, I would like to say and I feel as a young black woman, you let us all down. When you go to the grocery store and you make your purchase, what do you have? You have receipts. You have told us time and time again that you have the receipts. You have the receipts. You have the receipts. As a mother, when my child lies to me, I tell them, okay, prove it to me. Prove to me that you did not lie to me. Open your room door. Let me see that my brush is not in your room. And that's all this is really about, being transparent, being open, being honest. It has nothing to do with shaming a black woman in power, nor shaming the super mayor, as you so infinitely call yourself, with a whole bunch of flyers and billboards. Yeah, the little heart was cute, but I really don't appreciate the way you played my son out of his money for the little dance cap that you also promised him that everyone else does not know about. You know,
Disclaimer under the Fair Act, use 107. I decided to go live to play a little bit of what's been going on in the Dolton, Illinois area, the village of Dolton, the township of Dolton, the people versus Mayor Tiffany Henyard, and it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy and it's getting out of hand. And I'm going to state my opinion. This is solely my opinion, which I am entitled to, based on the method that that city chose to use against a human being just like them. I think at this point right now, to salvage what is left of what's going on in Dolton to be handled now in the court of law, I think, in my opinion, that the FBI needs to issue some gag orders. I also believe, I know, I ain't gonna say believe, in my opinion, that the FBI or somebody needs to shut down the town meetings, period. All they do every time it's a town meeting is come in to solidify whatever defamation of character that they have on this person. It's almost like the people of Dolton are being transparent in transferring madness onto each other. This shit is straight bull crazy. This shit is crazy. One person mad, the other person is mad, the other person is mad, the other person gets mad, the other person gets mad, and it's just a chain of reaction of madness. And these people have went on and on and on and talked about how the FBI is doing this and the FBI is doing that. The girl, the woman, the mayor, as they call her, the super mayor, actually has a day to appear in front of the grand jury. And they won't even sit down long enough to let that transpire. They literally comes on here and have these town meetings. Like, who's opening? I wouldn't even open up no town meeting because this is all of what they're being used for. This is it. Anger. These people are very angry, respectful, and understanding. Okay, granted. But if they called in the proper authorities to oversee a situation of what she is being accused of, for some reason, they won't even let it rest and allow those people to do their freaking job. They want to do the job. I can tell you one thing for sure and one thing for certain. Talking about what she done did to your son, a nephew, didn't cut a tree down, or this didn't happen for this person. I don't see nobody citing where she was entitled to do so up underneath the law. What does the law says for a mayor as far as doing their job and requiring to do their job? I'm just hearing a whole bunch of stuff about money, money, money. We just want her to be transparent. We just transparency. We just want her to be transparent. We just want her to be transparent. How can she be transparent when you got hundreds of people coming at your neck? How do you? She doesn't even have room to be transparent anymore. I think that that's why she sits there and just let them talk and say the things that they want to say, because as one person think that you will be building a case against someone, that someone will turn around and have a bunch of cases built against you based on one, defamation of character. These people are saying a whole lot of shit, and it's only maybe one or two that may have proved their case, and those are the ones that actually have the lawsuit. Now, I ain't gonna say prove it. These are the ones that has paperwork in on her and planned on proving their case. Everybody else that I listen to and watch come up to that podium up there to transpire their anger through defamation of character on a person out of feelings, it's not going to get them anywhere. It's not going to get them anywhere. Nowhere at all. Half of them don't have a lawsuit on her. They're just now using their anger, expressing through other people who actually have court documented paperwork such as a lawsuit. That's what I think. And that's how I feel about it, pretty much. That it's time now, because they're really making that city look real bad with every freaking board meeting that they have. It's just open up for them, for everybody to do defamation of character. You know what sucks and what's funny though? They can't arrest her. They can't arrest her. They're doing exactly only what is available for them to do. And that's to use a microphone to spur out a whole bunch of speculations or allegations until it gets proven in the court of law. And half of them you're not going to even see in the freaking courtroom. You ain't going to see them, but let's listen for a little bit, because this shit crazy. It's like they getting off on this shit. It's like the attention is for this type of shit. It's crazy.
This whole township can be saved, but it's going to take more than us. It is going to take the Lord God himself to save this township from all of this corruption. It's going to take God. It's going to take votes, and it's going to take for us to come together as one. And maybe she's up there choking on all the lies that she has told us thus far. Okay, Dolton Township. Okay, we need to take our township back and put it in more capable hands. It's not that we are stalking the black woman in power. It's just the wrong black woman, a black woman who does not know how to manage finances. How can you be in a deficit and you're constantly spending? If I don't have any money in my bank account, I'm certainly not going to overdraw my account. The account is being overdrawn.
Now,
who's footing the bill?
Let me pause that right there, because we're looking at a bunch of black Americans, right? Bunch of black Americans, in which we will pay very closely attention demographically on what our people in our circumference, right? We'll know what they doing. But if these people, black American people, would have that same damn energy with addressing their former president or presidents at hand, right? With how much debt we carry in this country as a whole, I bet you half of them down there are not even aware that under the Trump administration, and probably others, that we are a total of approximately $3 trillion in debt. I bet you half of them down there have not even went and analyzed the fact of why your taxes or anything else, that's involved in this algorithm is so freaking high, like your health insurance, your property taxes. Why is it so freaking high? It's not just that one freaking community. That's just a snowball down from the big circumference of the freaking issue of the freaking country. But because I think that they feel that, oh, it's just happening to them and the mayor did this and the mayor did that, let's just address this right here in the little league. No, 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 no. I'm starting to believe half of them don't even have a clue as to what the deficiency is amongst the goddamn country. I get it. And it is something to, probably boast about a little bit. I can't see the chat. I'm not looking in the chat, but hello to everybody in the chat. I'm not going to look in the chat. I'm not going to say hello, until I get ready to leave this chat. I thought about doing this at 9, but unfortunately, I got 2 paperworks that I do need to write coming back on Monday. They were on my desk. I got to get these done. I'm going 1 day, 2 days within my time limits that it's got to be done. So when I make it home, I have to go and write this shit up so I could be prepared to present this in the morning when I make it back into this damn job. Y'all just got thrown on my freaking lap to handle this situation. So that's why I had to do this a little bit earlier, because it was just on my mind. It was just laying on me. This Dolton shit is out of control. It's out of control amongst the black freaking community. These people is out of control. It will have to come to a point, since they called in the FBI to go in and do a thorough investigation on the main topic. The main topic of what they wanted was for her to be the super mayor, for her to be transparent. And because she still has been reluctant into giving them exactly what they want, and she finna snowball this shit out. I think that she wants them all. Let's handle this the right way. There's gotta be another factor with all of this alleged exposure on this lady, and that's allegations, right? That this lady ain't folded yet. She has not folded and given these people what they want. So they need to fall back and really take some time out to see or analyze or even give it a second thought on what is her plan. What is she going to be up to in this freaking court? Now, before I start this video back, I want to touch on this before I forget it, right? Now everybody is boasting and bragging about how her attorneys has left due to it not being insured enough of them, or assurance enough for them to receive their payments for the work that they do. They have proclaimed allegedly that the super mayor has way too many lawsuits against her right now, that they don't believe that she will be able to make the payments that would be payable to them for the work that they supposed to be doing for her. But you have to knock, hello. If they're saying that there is not enough money, this is what the attorneys are saying, there's not enough money. They cannot be reassured that they will receive proper payments for their work, right? Well, what does that tell you? I would say maybe 2 things. And one of them is an allegation, okay? I'm just speculating there. What's she doing? Hiding all the freaking money that was allowed for her to use as funding for that Dolton Township or the village? What's she doing? Hiding it all? Or do she really have it in her? If she can't pay the attorneys, what makes you think that someone would want to be left vulnerable with 100 of people coming up against her with allegations? What makes you think that? I can't calculate that. The math, as y'all say, ain't fucking mathing. You mean to tell me that this lady right now refuses to pay an attorney that one, we know that she definitely is going to need to fight lawsuits. So somewhere there isn't no money, as they saying, that maybe she's been burned through it, allegedly. I don't know. Or two, she's either hiding the money, or three, there just was never I don't know, wasn't enough, I don't know. Or they realized that I guess it has to be approved also through the trustees or whatever, because that would have been another bill that would have needed to be paid out of the taxation of the freaking people. So now, allegedly, I guess they have their own attorneys or whatever, which is helping them fight their particular lawsuits that they have to bring forth against her. Well, who's paying their attorneys? I'm talking about these trustees people, right? Who are paying theirs? It would be the taxpayer money, unless some of them have came in with their own private attorney to do so out of their own pockets. Well, that's going to be, another subject to prove against, if Tiffany Henyard decides to, address that. This shit here, y'all, is I seen some straight ass booby crap here. This is some crazy shit here. Let me see what else they saying. But this is all these town meetings are being held for. Aggression, personal feelings. If you're going to come up here, I think, and speak on this thing and tell it like a TI is, then bring some proof with you. Put it up on the damn camera. Show where she done stole the money. Oh, I forgot. They can't get that shit because she won't give it to them.
We are. My taxes went up $10,000 for my property in Dolton Township, and I had to fight like hell to get it reduced to what it should be. My paperwork for my exemptions magically disappeared. I once worked as a nurse, and I know that from paper charting, if that paperwork does not say what the supervisor wants it to say, that paperwork is ripped up, and your supervisor's gonna tell you, now write what I told you to write. And I feel as though that is what Mayor Henyard, or Super Mayor, has done. So the administration.
Okay, so I gotta speak on her, because this is what this lady is telling the public, that her taxes miraculously jumped to $10,000. She did not explain whether if that was pertaining to a 1-year tax increase or a 2-year tax increase. For all I know, based on the information that she gave, hell, this could be accumulated back taxes. For all I know, what year we're talking about? We talk about 1 year? Are we talking about an increase for 2022 going into 23, whereas in 22 to 23, she was probably paying about $3,500 or $4,800 in taxes. So if it jumped almost another $4,000 within a year, then yes, there's a freaking problem. But if it's showing that she didn't pay her taxes, in full or whatever, in the prior year or the prior year in that, how do we know that this lady ain't in tax court or bankruptcy, not bankruptcy, or forfeiture of her freaking home? See, they don't put out all the information. Everything that's being put out is to make it appear that this super mayor is doing all of this notorious shit, nefarious shit against them. But I'm like this. When you putting out your story, and in order to socially convict a person publicly in the social media world, you gonna have to bring all your fucking paperwork to the goddamn camera as well. Cause now I want to see her shit, and I know I never will. But I'm just saying, don't feed the community stuff that you only want them to hear based on your nefarious act or negative things that you want to paint a picture on how to look or how you want them to look. Bring the whole goddamn story out. I'm going to need her to lay all her freaking taxes out. I want to look through them. We're going to make sure. Because if that's the story that she's telling is factual and her taxes increase within that year that she's maybe speaking about, right? Then my next question is, where's her lawsuit? Huh? Where's her lawsuit? Where's her attorneys? She's upset because she, I guess, complaining that she didn't get no response back, or she's speculating on the fact that, well, they just tore up her paperwork and just left it as is. Well, that's not the case. That's not protocol. That just doesn't seem right. It's all I'm saying. But let her finish telling this story.
To rip up
her time is up.
Oh, her time is up.
All right, call who's next.
Let's see what the next one got to say.
Hey, City of Dolton. I just wanted to say this. I was sitting back quietly. I'm a minister in the community, a youth director in the community. And more than the hurt and the pain that I'm seeing from these residents are broken, wounded because of some of the stuff that has taken place in this administration, I want to speak for the young people in this community. I've been dealing with young people since I was 19 years old, working at the South Suburban YMCA. I've seen some of them come through some of the hardest times of their lives, being on Prozac, Ritalin. I had to take them under my wing. Now today I look at, in the city of Dolton, how do our young people look at us as adults? We try to figure out why our young people are doing what they're doing, why they have no care, why they're relentless, why they're ruthless, and that. What are our leaders doing in our communities? If our leaders are living up to a morality and a standard that is going to be a good examples for them, what do we expect from them to do? We sow the seeds. And I'm not saying you guys are going to, whatever position you guys are going to be in later, you go to jail, whatever. I'm not speaking on that. I'm speaking on the future of our generations. Because our young people need to see Black men standing up for righteousness, standing up for truth. When we see deaths in our cities, are we just going to sit back and let our positions be more prioritized than the lives that we're seeing laid out on the street? I hope I'm seeing 7 Black men sitting up there, and the reputation that I'm hearing. I have 5 children that I refuse to take a position that I know I'm going to be corrupt in, because I stand for righteousness more than I stand for money. And I let my kids know every day they're kings and queens, but they can't be kings and queens over a city that's corrupt unless they're going to change. I'm advocating for our men to step up. Is to sit silently and watch the abuse that happens, young women getting assaulted. Where are we going to make a change? I've been on many protests. I done been in jail for protesting. I've laid in front of Obama House. I've stood in front of Trump building. And I see more women standing out there than I do men. I see men sitting here watching the injustice happen in their community, and they're more concerned about the money. So I'm not judging you. I'm asking you guys, make better decisions. And if you got to step down, step down. It don't hurt. Put somebody better in the position that's going to help the community.
Yeah. All right. Call the next person. Is that it? All right. That ends public comment. Next, we have general announcement. Is there any general announcement? Yes.
Now,
Right.
I like to say this too, because can't none of these people come out anymore and talk about how she locked the doors. I'm listening to transparency. They just not getting exactly it is what they want, and that is to know where the money is at. But I done clicked on plenty of these board meetings, right? And she has, along with the police department down there and all the other people that's involved, she's given everybody. She has not taken away no voice down there. When I say this lady is taking this shit without a bulletproof jacket on, This lady is taking this shit without a bulletproof jacket on, y'all. She's taking these hits. Here she says that she is the mayor. Here she says that she is the supervisor. And at any given time, I'm pretty sure, even with all of the beatdown that's going on, I'm pretty sure all she needs to make is one phone call to a higher authority somewhere and ask, can I do this? I would shut this shit down. I would shut this shit down so fast, because what's going on now on behalf of the people is not effective. It's not effective at all. Everybody has something demisable to say about this lady. None of what they say pretty much can be proven in the court of law. All of it is just verbal beat down. It's just how they feel. You didn't do this and you didn't do that. And this is one thing that I do hate when it comes to politics, right? And the people. We always sit around and we'll wait to see if a person is going to fail, knowing that you also had the opportunity to pull off a big job like that. Oversee a whole goddamn county and village of people that got a whole goddamn portfolio of complaints. Complaints. We're going to complain about the pothole up on Johnson Street. We're going to complain about the drug house down on Water Street. We're going to complain about the 24-hour grocery store, but we know that they doing some underlay in the back door of that shit. We're going to complain about that. We're going to complain about the noise, non-compliance with your neighbor next door because they having a barbecue. You name it. And the list will go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Because we're not of humanized people to be able to figure some things out and fix it on our own. We rely on others, on others who have taken such a higher position to lay all of our troubles on. This lady is catching hell. On one hand, I have to shout her out because she still sits there with her head held high with all of this trafficking ass beatdown shit coming from everybody out the woodwork. On the other hand, I'm like, they're asking for it, this transparency with this whole money shit. Just give it to them. I would hand them that shit. Here you goddamn go. Because at some point, you really got to get tired of it. You really got to get tired of it. Let me see. I want to go back. So I want to see. But then she's having regular board meetings. She's showing up. She's listening to what everybody has to say. Now, at this board meeting here, right, I could tell you, unless it's an undercover up in there, I don't see no federal brewer agent person up in this meeting today. Nowhere. I don't see not one. That would be dressed. Well, they kind of dress in regular clothes anyway, though, right? But you would think that they would be sitting in on this shit, everybody. And, of course, no arrests will be made until after, what I believe, after this woman gets addressed and readdressed in front of a grand jury. But they want it now. They don't even have the patience to wait until that procedure happens. They ask for it. It's like, just wait for it. Just wait and see. Now, the grand jury may come back with something to not indict her on. Then what? Are they going to stop? Probably not.
Okay, while he's fast forwarding that for you, I just wanted to show you guys
Look at her putting it
what
up.
that is.
She putting it
Another
up.
video that we have, because I like to show facts versus
Oh my
fiction,
God, she putting that shit up.
that you guys really should take heed to.
Ooh, she be
One board
hey,
meeting we had.
she being transparent now. She got the money up on the board, y'all. Oh shit. Hold on, I gotta rewind.
You know, and thanks a lot for what you're doing, because it actually that I do for our community. And I just want to showcase that. And that's why y'all see me constantly growing. Because that's what it's all about right here. The stuff you don't see nobody else doing. Everybody create chaos, which this boy has done, but they don't do the work. I do the work.
Well,
My work
damn.
speaks for itself.
Uh-oh. How they gonna challenge that in court, y'all? How them damn village people gonna challenge this in court? This woman got up everything on the board, what she been doing down there. And then, guess what? There's a whole bunch of people hugging her, cheering her. Oh, Lord. So we got half of the village that don't like her and half of the village that's okay with what she's doing. Oh, see, now I'm thinking in order to have her booted out, or you want her to step down from her job, I think that they gonna need the whole damn community. They gonna need 100% of people to be on their side. Yeah, I don't know if you could just come with 10 of them and say, well, she ain't doing this, she did this, she ain't doing this, she did this. When you gonna have probably about 200 coming down there as a witness, allegedly, saying the things that she has done. Ooh, this gonna be a good fight. Hold on.
Right? Can't do nothing but show you that. Judge me on my work. So this is a conversation with the mayor. I host this here where you are now, and we talk about different things. So when you ever want to come and talk to me, ask me questions, things of that nature,
look at this shit. Look at the shit that she's showing.
When I'm promoted to another position,
look at that.
And that's what I tell you, when a lie don't work, it's God telling me. And this was a toy giveaway for Christmas. That was really dope.
Well, that's where all the money going.
Really enjoyed that.
Hold
that's
on.
What it's about.
Hold on, Tiff. Hold on, girl. Are you out there showing them that that's where all the money going? Look at that. A happy resident. And guess what? She says that this was some Christmas event. Toys for tots for toys. Toys for tots. That costs money. That costs money. But she's absolutely right when she says that the majority of social media is only showing you a bunch of negative shit about her. I can list at least 5 of them that I kind of sneak over in their channel, right? All bad shit. This one guy, man, he making mega money, mega dollars off of Tiffany Henyard. He got his commercials popping up, about all different type of healing solutions and shit that I done found on Temu. I done seen it on Temu, y'all. I was like, wait a minute, this guy's advertising this on his channel right behind a Tiffany Henyard, right? There's another black guy. He goes in on a whole bunch of stuff. And I want to say this about, let me pause. Okay, I'll pause it. I want to say this about the one guy who has now finalized his lawsuit pertaining to him wanting to open up, I guess, his own barbershop, right? I would like to know more about that. I just haven't had time. But there's something else behind that I believe. Something in my gut is just telling me that they did not deny him of that barbershop just to be denying him because of the rebuttal that he put out was about Tiffany Henyard wanted the building for herself. I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying that. Because now he's going to have to prove, everything of what she did with the building. And he's going to have to prove the malicious intent of her wanting to take this building and have it for herself. And this is the reason why they denied him the license and registration and things that he needs to operate in that building as a barber. And I surely do hope that this guy comes back clean when she gets prepared to go and fight him in the court. I surely do. I hate to see the embarrassment have a flip-flop, and the flop is on him. I surely do. Because when you're getting ready to license something like that, one in particular is taken into consideration is sometimes the age, the minoritiness of a person, right? Where you come from, your resume, your resume. How much did you have to put down? Maybe that might have got you denied for the build. What company do you keep? A whole bunch of shit, right? So, I'm thinking maybe she was preventing it from becoming, one of those type of hangouts. And y'all know what type of hangouts I'm talking about, right? Because they probably got too many down there anyway. But anyway, let me listen. This woman is putting up her shit.
Kids to get a gift that they truly love. There wasn't no Dollar Tree toys. These was actual great toys for the kids. So let's just give you an example of what it is we do in our community. So much better.
So,
now, a couple more things that
are there going to be any arguments with her using the taxpayer money for doing toys for tots and tots for toys? Because I'm pretty sure all of them toys that all of them parents came out, we put their name on the list. They're usually underprivileged families, right? You get 2-3 toys per child or whatever. You get in a long line and you wait and all that stuff to get your free toy. Yeah, even though they say that stuff is donated, you best to believe that the people that donated is also writing it off on their freaking taxes too. Whether it's Ashley Furniture, what's another big name out here? Slumberland, all them companies, yeah, they'll donate you some shit. But you best to believe that they gonna get them a nice tax write-off of that shit. Oh, yeah. But everybody thinks, these people that's disgruntled a little bit to me coming up there, once you learn the systematic of things, sometimes it's not even necessary to come up there and to complain about half of the shit that these people are complaining about. But I'm here to watch this shit unfold.
You might want to pay attention to, residents, is the projects that we're working on. We're working on several projects. Again, y'all know I'm known as the grant mayor, grant super mayor. And what I do is I go get money, bring it back to our community, and I make sure we put it back in our community. Right now, I just spoke of the water main relocation project. We're working on that now. That was about $660,000. We're working on alley sidewalks and the repavement project that will be coming up in the next month. About the 154th Street project, and myself and Mayor DeGraff partner with that with both our communities. It's going from our area, which is right here on Chicago Road, all the way down through South Park, which turns to South Holland. So that will be coming up in August. So be looking forward to that. Then we also have a $2.7 million grant for lead service line replacement project. That is coming up. That's a grant that we did receive. We also got $150,000.
Hold on. Let's pause that. $2.7 million grant to start repairing lead in the goddamn county. Do y'all know how many houses or projects that's gonna eat up that 2.7 million? If she gets to slam, as many in as she can, you do know that the contractors are gonna charge, right? And contractors are expensive as hell. They gonna eat that shit right on up. So then it's going to be some people that didn't get the matter addressed right. And then here comes another allegation or speculation that, she must have took the other three, 150,000 to repurchase a new goddamn police truck. That, type of shit like that. But they don't sit around. You got to add all this shit up. Go and see what the contractor's going to charge. I guarantee you, out of that 2.7 million, it probably going to be about maybe 100 homes. maybe 100. Maybe 100 going to get fixed. Who knows? But listen to her. She putting that shit in their face, y'all.
Water service line. That's the little card you got in the mail where you have to check your pipes and then take a picture of it and send it back to the company. These are all things under my administration that we have done and secured for our community. A lot of other
I don't know what you're doing that for, Tiffany and y'all, because they going to come back and say they ain't even receive a damn card, and you going to tear it up and all that damn shit. But the point here now is you're being transparent. Well, I be damned. Put it in their face, girl.
Things that you got coming up is, again, unity amongst community. That's us rebuilding our community, telling people what's going on, telling the things that's open for them and different options. Next, we have the Dolton tax levy. You can play that one. So I want to dispel some of the lies and some of the rumors that you guys always get, because you get a ton of rumorville.
Okay, well,
and that's
tell
why a
us
lot
the
of people
lie.
come and listen to me, because they don't hear the mess in the background. A lot of people tell one side of the narrative, but you guys never come and get the other side. A lot of times this board sells you off of news, which is they come out and they film things and they put our community in a bad light. At the end of the day, guys, I say this and I mean it. We have to still live here. When they leave, we have to fix what's broken.
Yep.
And you cannot put chaos, keep up mess, and bring it to your community and point the finger and don't think it's three more not pointing back at you. So what I try to teach is I lead with love, and I try to educate the public on the things they don't know. Thank you so much. On the things that they don't know, such as your taxes. I know this last board meeting, I see Trustee House left because he said that he did not vote to increase your property taxes. Yet the board put out that I raise your taxes. I don't even vote for taxes, but the board voted and raised your property taxes. But I want to show you this because at the end of the day, like I said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So I want to show you in black and white, and I always tell you, do your homework. You can FOIA it, you can go check it out, you can get the ordinances. That way you'll see who is doing what instead of being misled. Because right now, guys, you have been hoodwinked, you've been bamboozled, you've been led astray, you've been all these things, and I'm trying to show you what it is that you're missing. Okay, guys.
Now,
let's finish.
Hold on.
Okay, so
hold on. She's getting ready to point out who all voted on raising those people's taxes. Now, remember, they came as a team, but everything is pointed on Tiffany Hinyard, the one lady that was just up, right? She talked about how her taxes was raised to $10,000, right? But she addressed that to Tiffany Hinyard personally, not to the board. Why not, y'all? Why not? Tiffany Hinyard just stated on the record, I don't know what minute mark that they would be at this board meeting, right? However, she said she didn't even vote on it. She said she didn't even vote on it. So to the young lady who addressed Tiffany Hinyard for being the person that raised the taxes up, right? I think that she should take it to Tiffany Hinyard and request for all of the people, names who voted on raising those taxes down there. Now, granted, $10,000 is a lot unless she's living somewhere in a $2.3 million mansion. I don't know. She might be in a, 8-bedroom and 10-bathroom house. And sometimes the property taxes kind of run around that much. Now, what I will say to that is once she can find if there was a problem with the taxes skyrocketing like that, and the reason for it to skyrocket is validated, right? She might want to have to sell.
Video so you can see that every single year this board.
Now, let's look at the trustees vote.
Trustee Norwood, Trustee Tammy Brown, Trustee Jason House.
Ooh, she
raise your
calling
property taxes every year by 4.99%.
She calling them out.
I'm telling y'all that since day one, and this is the evidence to show you that no matter what, they raise your taxes. No matter what they tell you, a lie they put out, they raise your property taxes. And this is me at one of my meetings. Once again, I have meetings on it, and I explained to them how the taxes got raised, what did they do, who raised the property taxes. Because at the end of the day, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. So all I can do is lead you to the facts and show you, and then you have to look at it for your own understanding so you can see what it is, what's going on in our community. So that's one video. We're going to post that, but I'm gonna let her, can you fast forward it a little bit to the end, and where they can just see the tax thing?
Don't know, now you will know today.
And no, I will not stop showing it. You will see it, whether you want to or not. If you don't, close your eyes.
Ooh.
I just want you to know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please quiet down.
Hey, hold on.
Quiet down.
Hold on. Now, them your trustees over talking the evidence. Why are they being rude? I thought they wanted transparency. Well, she's putting out, along with the name of the people on the trustee board that raised those people taxes. Now they want to overtalk her. No, don't overtalk her. Sit there and get this goddamn medicine. And Tiffany Inyard, she didn't come to play today, y'all. She didn't come to play. They mad as fuck. I don't know why. If you're going to do some exposure, well, it's called fair game. I think that, so she don't have to look so bad out here in the world now, because they put Dolton out here in the world. Everybody knows about it. I think the hell is, you going to throw some bubble gum, then it's only fair that she throw a piece of bubble gum back. That's all I'm saying, Shannon. That's all I'm saying. This is my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. The woman now says, you know what? It's time to fight fire with fire. Let's look at these people on the trustee board that raised these people taxes and pointed all of this shit to Tiffany Inyard for not being transparent. If you ask me, Shannon, they should have put this shit out before her.
Because at the end of the day, just because certain people in here don't want to hear it, don't mean that other people that's watching do want to hear it. So that's the whole point of us putting things out, so that everybody can get both sides, whether you like
Look what
it
it
or
say.
not.
Hey, Shannon, look what it say. The trustees don't want you to see this shit. Hold on, let's see.
You fast forward it?
Okay, I'm gonna be quiet.
Okay, while he's fast forwarding that for you, I just wanted to show you guys what that is. Another video that we have, because I like to show facts versus fiction, that you guys really should take heed to, is one board meeting we had something. Well, okay, Sean, now wait till you're done with this. So this is basically showing the tax levies, and it's showing who voted for it. It's telling you each year, and it's highlighting the dollar amount so that you guys will know what it is. So if you really want to know where your tax money goes, who increases it, what happens, this is your proof right here.
Ooh,
That's what you're on,
yeah.
and that's why I told you, I can't make you drink the water. All I can do is lead you to the facts, and you either see it for what it is or you don't. So that's where we are with that. 2021, and there's your tax. So each year, if you go look it up, 4.99%. So for those that don't know, when y'all be saying, oh my God, they raised my taxes. Yes, they did raise your property taxes every single year. So I want to point that out. All right, next video.
Holy shit. Shannon, I know they in there with their head in their goddamn hand right about now. She called out their names and the amount in every year that those people who was pointing their finger at Tiffany Inyard, the super mayor, and all the time, it was all of them. They were all doing this shit to these people in the town, the village in the town of freaking Dolton. And she just waited listen, Shannon, sometimes a lot of people don't understand chess. A lot of people don't understand chess. And I'm going to let you get it on out. Get it on out, because I ain't got to do but one move, and that's to take your motherfucking cane. And I knew, I'm like, nah, something ain't right here. Because in order for these few people to have some sustainable accusations, right? Why is it only just a few of them? Why do I not see this entire village or this town up against this woman? I don't see that. I only see the people that was on the trustee board that started all of the uproar about being transparent, which of course ricocheted to other people in the community who probably got dragged down homes, ain't paying no taxes, ain't on shit, right? Or was something, but not nothing now, who got these freaking complaints about this woman because of what? She danced on fucking social media? She's inspired, or she do completely something out of the ordinary of what we have been watching all of our historical years when it comes to different mayors in different states. So they would have preferred for her to just act skirt and tie and keep, and just kind of do that type of. So she changed up the game. She changed up the game. Whoop-de-goddamn do. At first, you're mad because ain't no black people getting into the office. And because we know black just gonna be blackness. We unique, we unusual, we extra. We go overboard with some things. Okay. So I'm confused. Did they want the mayor that, like Richard Daley or who was else the mayor? Rudy Giuliani or whatever the fuck his name is. He's crooked as all out damn doors out here. Did they want that type of mayor? He was mayor up there in New York at one point in time. And look what was he mayor? Yeah, mayor. Yeah, mayor. Up there. I mean, it's crazy, right? But let's go.
About, I want to say maybe 2 board meetings ago, we talked about the budget. It could have been 3. And we spoke that we really needed to include Homewood Disposal. Homewood Disposal is our trash company, for those that don't understand how it works. This board levied for $15 million. Little did we know, like they always do, I told you, this was secret store meetings, secret store moments they have. They literally went and basically turned in the tax levy for last year. So when they did that, they only turned it in for $11 million and not the $15 million that we voted for. So just so you follow me, residents, I thought she said she don't vote. You are short, you out of order. You are short by $4 million. So by you being short by $4 million, now we have to figure out a way to pay Homewood Disposal. So the reason why I'm bringing this up to you, because it's going to hit your doorsteps and they're going to try to blame the mayor, blame everybody else. But really, they didn't take care of their business as they should have, which is make sure that your trash was in the budget and that your trash will get picked up. So right now, we are short by $4 million because the board went, and I'm going to give you the dates because I want to put it in record.
Ooh,
the board went on.
She calling it.
Alice Key did this, the clerk again, always doing something illegal.
She called out the
name.
name.
She stamped this and signed this. Here you go right here. You can zoom in. How you want. She signed on December 5th, 2023. December 5th of 2023. This is for the tax levy, and she did it for $11 million.
Ooh, child.
Little did we know. The people that she had absent, and this her stuff. The people she had absent was Stanley Brown, Trustee Stan Brown, and Trustee Andrew Holmes. And then the rest of them voted for it. Trustee House, Trustee Norwood, Trustee Belcher, and Trustee Tommy Brown all voted for it. But little did we know that this was going on. So the next board meeting we had, so I'm trying to take you down memory lane.
Janet, Shannon, I think the feds are going to be knocking somewhere else, Shannon. This woman playing chess. You understand? This woman sat there and held all of this shit, and she took this shit with the L. She took all that beat down. And this is tonight's board meeting. Now, the woman who she is addressing, that signature is on that paper, that's her that you hearing allegedly in the background with all the snickering and the over talking of her. All them damn, what's she talking about? What should be happening right now when Tiffany Henyard finished that paper was the people of the village that's up in there addressing that lady who's sitting up in that board meeting right now, who signed that paperwork for that levy for 11 million, when in fact she was telling her it should have been for 14 million. Ooh, child. Ooh, look, y'all gotta see the chat. The chat like, what? So she took 4 million. Yeah, one of the trustees, allegedly, whose name is on that paperwork and signed it, is responsible or should be held accountable for the other 4 million. Now, where that money at? Where that money at? Just say out of order.
Which was January 26th. When I say that the clerk all filed and all voted for the tax levy for $15 million, and you did not send that in. You sent in for $11 million and not the $15 million that the board voted for here. But this
Where
is
that
all
money
we
at?
talk. It was myself, it was everybody here, but they only turned in the tax levy for $11 million, shorting us by $4 million. And this is what I'm talking about when they go do secret store meetings without the entire body and we don't know about it and we find out about it later. And then they sit here and they come and say, well, you know, we short and we got to try to fix this to fix that. Yeah, but you're the ones that fault. So then, moving forward, they said the email trail. You think I'm messing around with what I'm telling you? An email trail. Hold on.
Listen to him talk.
Don't worry, y'all will see it. But you
Right.
just
Calm
listen.
down, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen right now.
Calm down, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, if you want to see it, you got to calm down. Okay, you got to let her talk.
They sent a email screen of all of this. Don't worry about it. You know I'm
Okay.
real good at making
Ma'am, in a minute, we're going
you
to.
will get a video. You will get a video from me. Know that. So anyway, if you just listen, and you
She
get the
said,
facts,
know that.
so-
Know that shit.
close your ears then. All right, so okay, so on Homewood, so they asked right here in this message, and they said, hey guys, we need to find a way to pay Homewood because it's got to do with our trash. So that's what the problem is right now, currently. Right now, we have to find a way to pay $4 million for trash because the board did not put it in the budget. It has to go in the budget, guys. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you. But this the mess that on my desk based off of people trying to keep up chaos and confusion, point finger, and they're the one that created it all. So I'm just showing you the facts so that you'll know what to do with it later. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to post it. I'm going to send a video out. I'm going to snapshot it. I'm going to put it in a magazine for you. I'm going to give you every way to understand it so you can understand that your ability.
Hey, Tiffany Hinyard, you might have to even go as far as sign language in Spanish. Hey, Shannon, she ain't come to play. She's slaying their ass today. Period. Now, you hear them over talking. They upset. They upset out there, sitting out there. They out there like, did this Superman just exposed us? Now, if there were some smart people out here, you would really understand why the annoyance that they had when they sitting out here yelling that Tiffany Hinyard got us in $7 million worth of debt. $7 million worth of debt. I guarantee you that they slid that $4 million, that they corruptedly, allegedly, probably done pocketed. Somebody need to find out if they done went on vacation and how many purses they got and if anybody purchased a new car or something. Yeah, and I think, in my opinion, that Tiffany Hinyard gonna come with it. I really do, because the feds would have been, they would have been done something right now. They'd have been got that girl, but they know, in my opinion, that she working with something. So what they doing is slow dragging their ass, watching how these black Negroes finna to play this shit out. They really are. They really are. They know bringing out that man bankruptcy on a fraud on his what did he do the fraud on the tax or something, the tax thing, right? That was all a distraction. That was some personal shit on his personal behalf that ain't have shit to do with hen yard. Now, goddamn thing. Hen yard ain't got no gun to that man's head and have him put down them goddamn numbers on there with his personal shit going on with Capital One and all that. I bet you that they didn't find no payment from Capital One going, let's say, $2,000 to no Tiffany hen yard for rent on to reserve reservations for a 7-star hotel. I bet you the feds probably ain't found no shit like that to tie them together and, you know, with fraud and money and shit like that, right? However, I'm just prematurely speaking though, okay? But you say what businesses outside of the job? None. The streets down there, the fussing, the bickering, that's their damn job. All of the older people who used to be on the board and people who did this type of people that just, old folks that just want to point the damn finger. But I guarantee you that 7 million deficiency that they're speaking about, somehow, I bet you that 4 million, they done found a way to ease that up in there. Yeah, I bet you they done found a way to ease that up in there. Oh, okay. So let me finish this. Let's get back to it right quick.
Because of people's hatred for your mayor. People gotta like sometimes just stop with the mess and come and take care of the business so we can move forward and grow our village. Because at the end of the day, when I came in here, we cleared up a lot of things. We cleaned up a lot of things. And with that being said, I'm just happy to say that we're doing great. I'm going to basically address everybody at conversation with the mayor. You will hear about finances because they said they didn't have the finances, then they said they do have the finances. Which one is it? If you don't got the finances, how you guys claiming it's a $7 million deficit? Come on, man. And you can't have your cake and eat it too. Y'all got to pick and choose what it is. You either get the facts or you don't get the facts. So I am sending all this to you through email, and you will have it available for you. Until then, the last thing that I would like to show on here is, do you have the lawsuit?
She's finna call out a lawsuit.
And this one he put up on the screen. We have enough time to do this. It is on the agenda as well. So this lawsuit is from our ex-police chief, Robert Collins. So the same stuff that everybody always says, so I tell you, don't judge people. Wait till facts come out. Everybody jump ship, say this, say that, accuse people, and you wait till facts come out, you get the information, and you'll know what it is. So in this lawsuit, let me find it so I can read it to you.
I'm trying to focus it. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna send it to you. Don't worry.
I'm really trying to focus it. My bad.
You're gonna have to
I'm not at
down.
home, so you gotta forgive me.
Okay, you're disrupting the meeting, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. You guys gotta bear with me, hon.
Yeah, I don't see it. But on that lawsuit, it says, and I quote, Robert Collins versus, thank you, you highlighted, thank you, Jesus. David Graham, plaintiff, versus the Village of Dolton, ex-police chief, Robert Collins. He's being sued for retaliation, whistleblowing, and it said other things in this lawsuit. The whole lawsuit you can FOIA, and I will make sure I send you that as well. So when things happen in a community, and that's our police chief, but no one talks about things that's going on. They just be quiet about that, but they get y'all all riled up on nonsense, but not the real stuff. So that is something that we will entertain this evening. That is up for settlement because that's one of our police officers that's claiming that Robert Collins did these things, and now we have to settle that lawsuit with that individual. It is on the agenda. If you got the agenda already, you'll see it in the caption on letter C, I believe. So that is it, what I have this evening, and I know I spoke about...
So let me bring y'all up to speed in case y'all don't know, because I'm going to do it anyway, right, about this lawsuit that she speaks of. There was a Black American guy at one of the town hall meetings, right? And he got, all into... Wait a minute. I got that wrong. That's the other black guy. This guy, I think, is a YouTuber, okay? He's a YouTuber. It's two YouTubers that I want to tell you about, right? And I guess he took upon himself to take a trip to the Dolton area. And I believe he's in Illinois, but not in Dolton. So as a YouTuber, somehow YouTubers decides to take it a little further in, their YouTubing content. They will turn themselves into investigators. I don't know why. I don't know why. I guess it's very detrimental for people to collect as many views and subscriptions for their channels to make a check and to make a point and to get the people to gain more interest in their channels so that you can, be a follower and start to believe what it is coming out of their mouth on things that they say. Okay? So somehow he landed himself there. I guess he was going to probably, I don't know if it was maybe he is from there. I don't have the story all the way right, but I'm very damn near close to it. So sue me. And he was going to some court or doing some shit. So he, looked up, I guess, or whatever, and he saw that this police officer was following him just out of the blue. Somehow, I don't know who called the police officer and said that so-and-so is over here sitting in the parking lot or whatever the case may be. It's got to be a real small town for him to be noticing that a police officer is following him. The story is kind of shaky right there to me, right? Because as I stated, how would you know that a police officer is all of a sudden following you? How would a police officer know that you're where you are when you was where you are? Just let somebody called him, somebody point like that. It's crazy, right? So as a matter of fact, I think if I go down my time history, I'll let y'all hear him for yourselves, right? So because he's reading his own lawsuit, right, based on the filings. So he's stating that he was harassed and, all of that other good stuff. And the police officer went to go and file his police report. So the guy is claiming that the police report is fraud. It's not right. It's got a bunch of lies in it and all that stuff. Well, they're following each other around in the town, in the village, right? And all this stuff until they got out the cars or whatever, and they had some words transpiring between each other, blah, blah, blah. And I believe something, but Tiffany was there, and it looks like that they were doing what they do, on a daily thing, which is her security, whatever. She wasn't dressed in as if she was, appearing to be at work, just a comfortable day. She had on some shorts or whatever, got out. So what Tiffany is addressing is pertaining to this guy filing a lawsuit, based on the fact that the police officer had done some things to him that he may found was a form of harassing and blah, blah, blah. This is starting to be a pattern, I'm telling y'all, from YouTubers, right, who just come out to develop content, but has taken it an extra mile. Now, before I finished this video because I'm finna finish it up because I'm coming back with it. Y'all go, this shit here, I gotta watch it unfold. There's another guy, and I think I still have his video saved. Mind you, he's from Wisconsin. Now, I put a post up about me coming live around 9 something, but unfortunately, I had to do this while I'm driving home. So forgive me for that again. But he's from Wisconsin, and it's a white guy, young white guy. I don't know if you guys came across that one either. And I think that, in my opinion, I hate that I'm not sticking with the way the law is interpreted in the way that it should be used, but right now becomes one of those moments where I have to say, screw the law. I think that guy should have been arrested. I really do, but I know it don't work like that under the constitutional laws, okay? But this guy leaves Wisconsin and he goes down to Dolton because he wanted to get some views. Content creator. He's not an investigator. He just wanted to put the cameras up in everybody's face and see what story they got to tell or whatever to put on his channel. It raises his views up, right? Get his clicks. When I tell y'all that this white boy was so freaking aggressive and obnoxious when he wants to invoke his goddamn First Amendment and he goes inside the public service building and all that stuff. Now, call me crazy, but if you're in Wisconsin, what in the fuck public service can they do for you down in Dolton? I'm just saying, what can they do for you down there in Dolton? Furthermore, this guy from Wisconsin, he does not pay any of Dolton taxes down there to be involved to that detriment at all. None. He was on this live, and I'm watching this guy, and I was getting livid, y'all, right? He literally just provoked at these officers and provoked at them and provoked at them. I watched him, right? And I was like, you son of a beepity beep. Seriously? You went down there to show your butt on camera to your viewers because you feel that the First Amendment and the Dolton, the village of Dolton, taxation and they applies to your ass? None of that applied to him. It made me so mad, and you just don't know. But I end up finished watching his content though, right? I'm looking at this dude. I'm like, really, dude? Oh, so he tells the police officer, so what, you don't own these streets? I'm a public citizen. I have every right to be here. What, as a YouTube content creator? Seriously? You're not a private investigator. He had no credentials of such at all. But he wanted to pry his way deeply involved in this story, hoping, in my opinion, hoping that the officers would have provoked him so that he can have a reason to file a freaking lawsuit. And with that, I think that is the most disgusting thing that a person can do. You don't go find trouble. You don't go invoke fucking trouble. But the guy from Wisconsin, he did just that. So the officer was kind of calm, He asked, well, let me see your license. I don't have to give you my license. Well, I need you to identify yourself. I don't see any harm in doing so, even though we know at some point there's some rights that says that you may not have to do so. It is rightfully that the police officer identify themselves, right? Public service. We get that, right? But the police officer, he was, well, let me identify you, So him and the young partner that he had with him carrying the cameras, right? He finally pulled out his license and all of that stuff, showed it to the officer or whatever, but it was just the way that he went about doing it. It disgusted me, right? Because you want a fucking story. Now, mind you, so now he's back home, I guess, and I actually tuned into him to see if he had an update, right? In which he did. He did another live. Somehow he is, I don't think, it's partnership or maybe just working out in this gym somewhere in Wisconsin where there is wrestling, they're practicing wrestling, right? Do you know he sent the police officer all the way from Wisconsin down to Dolton an invitation to come and meet him in his wrestling center so that he can get some of this and get some of that? I was like, seriously, dude? You look like an idiot. You invite an officer to come now into your territory so that you can put him in one of those wrestling moves to prove a point on what? Why would you invoke an officer like that? We have no respect. That's a level where you have no respect for yourself and no respect for others, right? In their public service. He didn't give a damn. All he wanted was views and freaking click. And it just made me sick. Oh, I kid you not. It made me so sick. But let's go on.
Okay, well, Attorney want to elaborate a little more on the veto.
I'm going to find this video on. I'm going to show it. I'm going to put it up and show you.
Thank you, Mayor. Madam Clerk.
It won't be tonight, but I'm going to find it.
The mayor stated for the record that she was vetoing the appointment of Lori Lightfoot as additional counsel and the approval of the retainer agreement. For brevity, she's not going to read the entire veto message. I have a copy marked as Exhibit A. If you could attach it to the minutes as if fully set forth verbatim. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay,
this,
so
okay,
as
this
you
about
heard, the
Lightfoot.
lawyer, I am vetoing everything they did at their secret square meeting, including Lori Lightfoot. As a mayor, all mayors know status quo, and all mayors know how this works. She was once a mayor, just like I am. You don't come to someone's house and not talk to them about whatever you feel you need to talk about. And not only that, it's veto power. So how dare you think you could come in someone's town and start working or doing something, even though we sent something stating it's illegal. We cited the code and everything in here, and she will not be paid for services. I know we talked about that, but I want to say this.
Yeah, hold on. I got to touch on that. Baby. Cause she done vetoed Lightfoot, honey. Now, Lightfoot is an ex-mayor for Chicago. Lightfoot is also a prosecutor. Okay? She's a prosecutor attorney. Now, you mean to tell me that Lightfoot literally walked her butt up in that goddamn board meeting that night, did that spectacular ass speech that she had on how well she can do her job without being biased, right? I don't know if you saw it, but I'm going to tell you about it anyway, right? She did that shit. And you mean to tell me that she did not know that it was unlawful for her to walk up in somebody else's house thinking that she now has the authority, the power to control a situation in another township? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? You think that Lightfoot did not know that? Let me tell you why she did it, though. Let me tell you why she did it, Owen. She did it because that $400 an hour, which was supposed to have been approved and payable through the trustee board, because they brought her in, right? They voted her up in there, right? That's why she showed up. Now, had it been that the trustee had $400 an hour out of their own pocket to give them the type of investigation that they were looking forward to having from Lightfoot, then maybe she'll still be around. But because it did not pan out that way, you know damn well them trustee members on that board ain't got no $400 an hour out their own damn pocket to be paying no damn Lightfoot. Lightfoot knew under the freaking code or whatever law it is that it was unlawful for her to walk up in somebody else's house thinking that she is about to call the shots. They did what they knew that they had to do behind that veto. If they wanted some transparency from Tiffany Henyard, and that was to bring in the FBI. And guess what they're getting right now? Transparent. The only thing, though, Owen, is the transparent is called the game of chess, because she's knocking their asses out the box with revealing all of their goddamn mishaps, misdoings, criminal. They missing $4 million, Owen. They missing $4 million. They put 11 million down, which she just put the paperwork up. And you got one of the trustees in there trying to overtalk her because she don't want it out, right? She don't want to tell you. She don't want that shit out. This woman, goddamn it, is busting caps tonight. Let me see
At
what
the
I
bottom
said.
of this veto. I am vetoing these two resolutions because the trustees have again exceeded their authority and by appointing Lightfoot as special investigator. The trustees have violated the village code, the Illinois Municipal Code, and the Open Meeting Act.
Oh,
There
Lord.
is a right.
Oh, not the municipal code, Owen. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Owen, you mean to tell me that them black ass people didn't sit up there and read the municipality code? Owen, why they didn't read the code, Owen? Why they didn't read the code? Oh, my Lord. Come on with it, Tiffany. Come on,
To
Tiffany.
do things, and this is
Superman.
just not it. So that's at the end of it, but in the beginning of it all, it explains exactly how it works with appointment. For those that don't understand how government works and who has the sole power, is not finished. Thank you so much. If you don't understand how it works, and again, I'm gonna educate you.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet now, please.
Ooh, oh, you hear them? They mad back there on. Them motherfucking trustees is mad on. And guess who else gonna be mad? If Tiffany Henyard shit pans out right and proven right, the public go, man, they lie to burn that damn village down. Cause them people got some of them damn town hall village people to follow along in they shenanigans. This girl is firing back. This is like a goddamn M80 against a cannon, Shannon.
One that gets to a point. For those that don't understand how it works, Mayor Lightfoot knows this. A rinky-dink attorney knows this, and so do they. So all I'm saying to you is that once people keep on coming and they put on this little media frenzy for what? It's basically media theater. That's all it is. It's a show. We are clickbait for those that's on the outside looking in. So all I'm saying to you guys is appointment power is solely that of the mayors and only the mayors. I am the one that appoints the board as it relates to my cabinet up here, and then also the
somebody in the chat said, oh, they screwed up. They forgot to read the municipal code. Oh shit.
attorneys. Last but not least, I would like to say to their other line. I appreciate everything you have
said
done for
another
our
lie.
village. I love the fact that you have been with us since day one and you have never ever gave up on.
I wish she'd have called out that trustee name that just said another lie. That woman just put documents up on the screen, and that whoever that trustee was, because it was through a microphone, and only the trustees are sitting in front of microphones, not the public, right? One of them just screamed out another lie. Ooh, I hope she ain't the one that put that pocket that $4 million off of that $11 million, cause she might be going to jail.
I like the fact that you have run every case against that dude right there that's been trying to take our money. So I appreciate that. And that's the thing that I know that people don't like to give credit when credit's due. You have run every case and you made sure the village has been victorious throughout it all. And I just love you for sticking with us. So thank you so much for that, because people don't want to give you your flowers and your credit when you do. And for those that don't know, he is called a super lawyer, just like your super mayor. How about he's going to super jail, just like the super mayor. So that was my report as it relates to
Ladies and gentlemen, you have to quiet down. Lieutenant, please gain order.
Okay, y'all. Okay, so if you guys go to
you will be escorted out. You have to calm down, man.
All right, next on the agenda is village clerk's report.
Good evening, everyone. So now that you just heard all the fake news, when we talk about fake news, I would like Attorney McGrath to talk to you about the true facts of the tax levy. The clerk doesn't do anything unless it goes through the board and the legal.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Now, I don't know if she's about to come back saying that paperwork is made up. That's the only thing that I think. Maybe she's finna come back and say the paperwork is made up. So now she's saying that the paperwork or whatever has to go through let me see who she said, the trust board, and who the paperwork got to go through.
So now that you just heard all the fake news, when we talk about fake news, I would like Attorney McGrath to talk to you about the true facts of the tax levy. The clerk doesn't do anything unless it goes through the board.
You heard, hey, Shannon,
department. I don't.
Shannon, you heard them pipes? You heard, it could have been her. It might have been Catfish with them pipes. You know the police always behind her ass.
Just sign names on paperwork until it has been completed fully. So, Attorney McGrath, if you would like to go to the mic back there, or you can come into my mic, whatever, and you can speak.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. You are correct. As far as the tax levy, there is a proposed tax levy by the mayor. It was not moved forward by the mayor, the administrator, or the board. It sat out there. There was no tax levy. If no tax levy is filed with the county is set to miss out on, it was about $14 million. So the board called a proper special meeting, passed the tax levy in the proper amount, same as last year with no 4.9 increase. And there will be no increase in the tax property bills as far as the village's portion of the tax property bill.
That's not true.
He didn't say
true,
shit.
Very much, Attorney
I'll
McGrath.
y'all send it out.
Wait a minute. Now this is against their attorney who went through the tax levy. So now he's saying what Tiffany Hinyard has produced up there basically is not true. So which paper? Now their mayor, he didn't show no paperwork. He just came up and spoke on behalf. Now, mind you, this a white attorney. So all he wants is his check. He don't give no fuck about none of this shit going on. But I gotta rewind what the hell he just said. Hold on, what did he just say? What did he denounce?
Attorney McGrath, if you would like
Attorney
to go to the
McGrath.
mic back there, or you can come into my mic, whatever, and you can speak.
Okay, so here go Attorney McGrath.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. You are correct. As far as the tax levy, there is a proposed tax levy by the mayor. It was not moved forward by the mayor, the administrator, or the board. It sat out there. There was no tax levy. If no tax levy is filed with the county is set to miss out on, it was about $14 million. So the board called a proper special meeting, passed the tax levy in the proper amount, same as last year with no 4.9 increase. And there will be no increase in the tax property bills as far as the village's portion of the tax property bill.
That's not true.
Uh-uh.
That's not true, but
Very much, Attorney.
Sound like some bullshit to me with Attorney McGrath. First of all, he didn't explain it thoroughly. Second of all, he didn't put up no damn evidence. Where's the paperwork? Where's the paperwork at? Folded up in there underneath his arms. So was he paid to come and say some shit against what Tiffany Hinyard has displayed to the world out here on the screen? Something ain't right. Something ain't right. This is some dirty shit. But let's hear what Tiffany got to say.
y'all send it out.
Now I would like to actually give the village clerk's report. Now, each month, the village clerk submit minutes to go on the agenda. Each month, my minutes are not placed on the agenda to be approved by the Board of Trustees. Last week, I submitted 4 sets of minutes for 4 meetings that we've recently had, March 21st, April 1st, and then 2 on April 8th. Why my minutes are not being put on this agenda to be approved, I do not understand.
Hold on. I got something to say about them damn minutes in the agenda at the board meeting from the Black disgruntled town. I don't think that I ought to put that shit in the meetings either. If you guys have ever visited any of these board meetings from being televised. Who the hell wants to put in there or something about, well, you ran over my cat, or you didn't come and get my cat out the tree, or you didn't come and fix the one little pothole that's in front of my house on the last stoop step. Or you ugly, or you spent all the money buying Balenciaga Gay, or whoever the fuck he is. What is that to put in the goddamn board meeting? You in their meetings, you would want to hear when is the vendor for the electricians that came out and lit up the ice skating rink. You know how you want to hear shit like that. You know, you want to hear shit about this opening over here, or how much was spent on toys for tots and shit like that. Who in the hell wants to have documented a whole bunch of ass shit about people damn feelings, even though it should still probably be on the record? Okay, I get that shit. But, I mean, logically, really think about it. So now you want to come back and read board minutes about what people from the public came up to say based on feelings? That was what was going to all be listed in it? 'Cause I watched all the board meetings. And literally, it has not been one constructive, unbiased, or intellect freaking board meeting going on down up in there. Everything has been a fight. Every single time it's a fight.
With me, or I will, and I don't want to take up this meeting, but this board is a board of trustees meeting, right? The board don't get to put anything on the meeting agenda, and neither do I. The agenda was removed from my office so that the mayor can control the agenda. That's why no one up here can put anything on this agenda but her. This is not the Tiffany Henyard meeting. This is the board of trustees meeting. So she should not be the only person who can place things on this agenda. You want to sit here and put us down for doing our job. We don't have to put up a fake video. We don't have to go out here and pretend we're doing this and that. We do everything from our heart. And you know what? We spend money out of our pocket. We don't send receipts to the village of Dolton, because if we did, we wouldn't get reimbursed. Everything we do, we pay for it ourselves. So to sit up in here and constantly be belittled, this is not how you conduct business. We should not be national news. Dolton wasn't even known until she became the mayor. And it's not for anything great. We should not have this much media sitting in this room right now. So if we want to talk,
I live here.
Commander Harris, Commander Riley. Okay, all right. Of course, you're welcome. Assistant.
Well, they're putting somebody out. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Okay. Commander, Inspector, she has to be removed.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Calm down. Okay. Ma'am.
Okay, guys. Okay. Just so everybody understand the rules. When you guys are being out of order, listen, you want the rules or you don't? You can't have it your way. You got to listen to what I'm saying. So when somebody's out of order, they are removed from that. We have an ordinance that says you cannot be disorderly in a board meeting. We have an ordinance that says that. So if it say that, then that means if someone say you have to be removed, and that's why they end up removing you out of the meeting if you're being disorderly. So to let you know how it goes. So if he said he give you another chance, you can fit that, that's fine. But I'm just telling you the rules. Well, them the rules. So next time you have to go. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what it is.
Okay, so
Okay.
okay,
All right,
so let
moving on.
me finish.
Moving
All right.
on.
So
Quiet, please, ma'am. Any more outbursts, you will be
No,
removed.
I'm not.
All right,
Okay.
show your statement or whatever you got.
Any more outbursts, you will be removed.
So I'm gonna finish, guys. So you just mentioned that we have to follow the ordinances of the village, and you don't follow any of them. So let's talk about who's following ordinances. You do not follow them. So, I mean, I would respect that everyone would, but they're not being followed by her as well. And I can go through a whole laundry list of them, but I won't today. So when people get up here and try to downplay us and ridicule us and slander us, you know, I have to speak up because I'm normally here. I try to be quiet, but I'm not going to let anyone sit here and lie on me and lie on this board. You know, this is just uncalled for. So I'm done with my report because I can't give a report because they won't put my information on the agenda.
Okay, thank you. Next, you got village administrator. Go ahead, village administrator.
She said, okay, thank you.
Overall tax revenue is up $2.7 million from the prior year. Just receiving the first installment of 2023 tax levy in February and March of 2024 versus receiving the first installment of 2022 tax levy in March and April of 2024. Permit revenue has increased by $137,000, and red light revenue has increased by $210,000, and ticket collection has increased by $88,000 because March 2023 outstanding tickets consisted of $3,584,115. Grants increased by $433,000 based on the CDBG grant. And overall, general fund revenue is $3,426,664.38 above the prior year due to property tax collections and the CDBG grant. Utility billing is $81,000 above the prior year, consisting of $151,000 in residential billing and a $94,000 decrease. General administration and other professional services and other contractual services are reflecting a $318,000 decrease and a $46,000 increase compared to the prior year. And the fire department is $72,000 below its prior year. Sanitation is reflecting a $7,000 decrease compared to the prior year, and the water fund has recognized a $962,000 more in expenses. The general fund.
Hold up. So, Owen, you think that was that YouTuber? God, I need to. Well, I'm on this live, but I'm getting ready to get off of it now. So, but pick it up later. But still, I hope it's not that one. Let me see. He's kind of a big stalky guy. I forgot the name of his channel. You know, he caused a lot of distractions down there. You know, and I know that they probably can't ban them because it's, you know, has its rights to do so, but to be disruptive and, you know, anger and I think his bitterness is out of line. Let the courts deal with it, you know, let the courts deal with it. It's like, I got to get this exposure out. But what you're doing is publicly convicting somebody that you don't even have the facts to. These people are down there as the judge and the juror. And it's crazy. They're doing all of this without even being able to have the opportunity to actually look through any documented books about anything. So how is that possible, Owen? None of these people or the YouTubers or whatever have complete access to analyze a lot of these things. So it's like, well, if he said it, okay, well, I believe it. Well, let me get angry too. Well, let me put my part on it, you know. Well, let me grow my channel off of it. It's just, it's despicable. It's despicable. Now, the man that you was watching, of course, a lot of people, you know, the world, they knows about him now too, because, of course, a lot of these people on this board, private personal lives has been dug in, is dug in a word? Has been dug into to bring out some exposure. So I don't know who, the person was that, dug into this man's personal financial status, right? It ended up finding where, they're saying now that he lied on reporting, I guess, some taxes or something like that. And he didn't put this down and he didn't make this much this year and this much this year. And, all of that type of shit. Kind of like Fannie Willis, and Fannie Willis, she paid this man this much money, this man this much money. But Fannie Willis is a whole nother case. But let me finish listening to him.
Deficit
Mr. Freeman, I think his name.
$528.91. That'll conclude my report there. Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you. Next, we have Stacy. Stacy, you can go first for Public Works.
Stacy's up now.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, all. This is the productivity report for April 2024. Public Works completed 7 D-box repairs, 7 sewers have been repaired, 10 sewer lines have been cleaned, 58 locations for potholes have been filled.
Wow.
5 alleys have been cleaned.
Wow.
6 emergency trees cut down, 45 properties cut and cleaned, 2 water main breaks repaired, and 8 stop signs installed.
Okay.
The mechanics.
Hold on, Stacy. Now, for all of these people that's, on the trustee board and that is against this town hall membership or the people that's up under Tiffany Henyard, as this guy states all of these repairs and everything that has been done, you think that they're gonna go out to fact check that? Put that on camera. See if they're fixed 58 holes and 100 pipe bursting water lines and cutting down emergency trees and shit like that. I want to have you go out and go and see if they do it. But what's a killer for me right now? They're being transparent. Can't nobody say anymore that these people, this super mayor and all of these people on her team are not being transparent, because they're reporting things that have been done, the amount of what was paid or what was probably owed or and all of that stuff. They put in the budget right in their damn face, y'all. Come on, man. I had to get up off of here.
The Works have completed 30 jobs to the Public Works Department, 5 jobs to the Police Department, and 1 job to the Fire Department. As of April 1st, you can start putting your brown bags back out. Homewood Disposal will pick them up. In the event that you feel like you have been missed, please contact Public Works at 708-201-3280. And if you have any other concerns, you can also dial that number, 708-201-3280, and we will assist you. Mayor, that concludes my report.
All right, next we have William Moore.
Good afternoon, Mayor. Good afternoon to precious residents. Thank you so much for your patience and during the meeting. Mayor, I'll give a high-level report from the housing and from our building and permits. For the month of April, we had 21 rental license fees that total $13,150.
Okay, I'm done and over with this one, because I'm hearing them being very transparent at this meeting. You still have some angry people that are showing up and, continue to point the finger at who ain't doing what and who's still stealing the money and all of this stuff. And everything points to this super mayor Tiffany Henyard. So I guess it's going to be left in the hands of, the grand juror. And that's, to me, is where it needs to stay. And YouTube, people, I think really needs to slow down with the convicting of people out here on social media. If you're not the judge and the juror and you want to run along because other people are saying this and be a part of the go along, get along gang, I'm just here to tell you, man, I ain't down for it, ain't down with it. I got to wait till all of the shit can come out in the courtroom. That's where we can finalize and kind of make your decision on which way you want to sway. Until then, Y'all, this woman right here, I'm sorry. She came and played chess with them today at today's board meeting down there in the village of Dolton, or the town of Dolton, and she displayed everything for the world to see. For the world, everybody saw this. Now, I don't know how the other trustees is supposed to come back and keep convincing people. Now I'm concerned about this damn 4 million that was missing off the 11. The Tiffany Henyard just put a paperwork up with the lady's signature on the paperwork, doing the 11 million, but leaving off the 4. And then the 4 kind of makes it look like it was billed or slithered somewhere into the deficiency, saying that this is also included into the amount of what Tiffany Henyard brought us into as a deficiency of what, $7 million? Y'all do know, y'all people out there, that they gonna find all that shit. It's real easy when you start following the money. It's easy. And they gonna put some smart people over it to figure it all out. But guess what, Owen and Shannon? Hey, Mark Quinn, what's going on? What's going on? Anybody else that I missed in the chat? Because I got to go. Got paperwork to write tonight. So my apologies about the post I put up for 9 o'clock. Got to go and take care of this first. My priority, want to serve it. Frankie, give us a shout out to you people that did show your face in the chat. If you're not in the chat, I can't shout you out. It is what it is. Y'all have a good night, and I will bring y'all back up. Everybody loves money, Mark Quinn. I don't believe it in totality right now, Mark Quinn. I really don't believe it. This woman ain't fold under pressure. She ain't fold, Mark Quinn. I'm sorry. She ain't fold. So I guess it's going to have to be catch one, catch all in the court of law. Because she ain't fold on their ass. Everything that they come with, Mark Quinn, looks like she coming back with the juice. I'm sorry. Go and watch the town hall meeting. Look at all of this shit this woman to put up here to publicize in the world, for the world to see. Go look at it. Well, she just made all that shit up too? She just making all that up? Come on. You mean to tell me that she knows that she's under fire by the federal bureau, right? And you mean to tell me that she just finna keep doing shit to make her conviction worse? If she gets convicted. She does go in front of, I believe, the grand juror sometime this week. So, you know she coming with her paperwork, right? You know she coming up in there with her paperwork, with or without the freaking attorneys. I think she coming. Now, I ain't on no side. I'm just pointing out her shit as well as some of their shit. And it is what it is. I think that they need to tone it down right now and stop with the she not being transparent. And until they can really show the proof of this woman stealing this money outside of what she was issued as a budget to do so, I don't know. I think they might want to cease and desist just a little bit, Mark Quinn. Just a little bit. Because she's the person that knows what her budget is. She knows what she's approved for. It's probably not unlawfully for a business trip of your choice to stay, a business trip that you go and take in selecting the choice of a hotel. What does it say in the law as a mayor that you have to go sleep in Motel 6? Where does it say that? And I'm sorry, most people that is in that type of position, they usually stay at the best. They usually travel in the best. Everybody knows that. Everybody does that. But now I got to put this out here. Just because it's a black woman now in power, right? In power in a small community, small village. Yes, they're working probably with a small ass budget or whatever, right? she's not allowed to do so. She's not allowed to do her hair, do her nails, jump around on the screen, hire security. After all them threats, my queen, hell, I'd have hired goddamn security sitting outside my damn house too, 24 hours a day. Yes, the hell I would. If they would knock it off, then maybe she wouldn't have had to do so. Maybe she wouldn't have had to do so. I'm going to go and sleep my ass in a 7-star ass hotel. What the hell do I look like making 200, 300,000 a year and I'm sleeping in Motel 6? Are you crazy? Yeah, I mean, I'm sleeping right on up there with the big dogs. And I don't know any politician that don't do it. I'm waiting for one to pick one out. Pick a politician that laid in Motel 6 down in Vegas. Pick one. Yeah, I get it. But like I said, I don't think that nobody yet has proven or failed to prove what is her budget. What is her budget? She got 2 budgets. She got one for the village, town. Then she got one as a supervisor. As they say, don't hate the player, hate the damn game. But I'm just saying, we've had so many of the other colors in power in all of these different states and shit like that. And nobody called out they shit because they do it. Not Tiffany. Lightfoot had some security behind her. Lightfoot done laid in 7-star ass hotels. Every goddamn thing. Exactly, Owen. No bed bug. Exactly. You're absolutely right. Yeah, she can. But what if she was issued a budget? What if? So if it does not state anywhere in black and white under the rules and regulations or the policies of her traveling expenses or whatever, then it's gonna have to, it is what it is, ain't it? It is what it is. Now, Lightfoot wasn't voted out. I guess voted veto. Tiffany Henyard vetoed her behind up out of there. She stated that Lightfoot should have known that she had no jurisdiction, no rights to come in and feel as if because these trustee members hired her, that she had all rights to do so. She says that she failed to comply to the municipal code, the municipality code. And out of all people, Lightfoot should have known if she should have been there or not, right? Because she know all the codes dealing with municipality. All of them. So she went up in there, in my opinion, allegedly, because the trustee board that hired her, that voted to hire her in, had done appeased and appetized her with that $400 an hour. I'm just saying. You think she'd have went in there for anything less? Knowing that they can't even pay that damn woman no $400. Hey, McQueen, 400,000, 400 an hour, right? But yet then you just sat here and you watched that secretary of the Dolton community down there, right? Talk about how they've been paying for what they been paying for out of their own pocket. They use their own money. Then why the hell is Lightfoot is not still around? Why they ain't pay Lightfoot? Pay Lightfoot $400 an hour to continue the freaking investigation. But she can't do it because she, as Tiffany Henyard just stated, is in violation of the municipality code. She could not do so. Lightfoot was going in there for that money. Allegedly. Where's my key to my house at? Lightfoot was going in there to get that damn money. She ain't gives no fuck. Lightfoot was finna go up in there, act like she was doing some damn report. Waiting on them checks. The trustees voted on all the monies that are spent for the trip. Tiffany didn't go to the trustees. No, she's a supervisor. She's a super mayor. She ain't had to. She already knew that they was gonna be doing some old allegedly cruddy, crooked, criminal ass shit. Didn't you just hear her put? Didn't you just see her put that paperwork up with that with the levy? Huh? They were supposed to do 14 million. Somehow, one of those trustees signed some shit for 11 million. So what the other 4 million at? Huh? What the other 4 million at? That's gonna all come out and play out in court. What's going on, Tato? Jump, jump, Mac Daddy making jump, 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 jump. Crisscross, jump, jump, Mac Daddy making jump, jump. Come on here. Come on here. Yeah, see my dog, he can jump, can he? Mac Daddy making jump, jump. I'm just saying though, my queen. I'm just saying. I mean, it's gonna have to play out in the court. The trustees voted on all the monies that are spent for the trip. Yeah, and prior to doing so, when they voted her in, they were a part of the voting in and you know being a part of decision making and stuff. But then when they realized that, oh my God, we're 7 million in the hole here in the rear, we still owe Cook County for water, 300,000 and blah, blah, blah. And that was up under, I believe, Lightfoot, right? On that loan for Cook County water coming out of that Lake Michigan up there, right? I think that was under Lightfoot too, right? So now they realized, wait a minute, this just my opinion, Marquand. This just my opinion. Oh shit, man, we all finna go down. Man, they finna find out all this shit we've been doing, right? So you know what we better do? We better point the finger at one. And I think that it was a gang trip on, let's point it all at her. Let's put all our stories together. They was having those private town hall meetings, remember? Remember? They was having those. And that's probably what those town hall meeting was about. Putting together the gameplay to take down the super mayor. That's all I'm saying, my queen. That's all I'm saying. And that's allegedly. That's allegedly. That's allegedly. But that's what it sounds like to me. Because they sure came out squawking. Quack, 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 quack. It was her. 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 Some more food. I'm gonna go broke. It was her. It was her. That's exactly what it seemed like to me. And in the process, though, my queen, I don't think that they put their whole plan together. I think, in my opinion, that dang on Tiffany Henyard played along. Let them play. I think she let them play. I think she let them play. And the reason why is I think that the trustee people who came out really thought that this was going to be a fast, quick action. A quid pro quo on Tiffany Henyard, the super mayor. I think that they thought that this was something that they were going to be able to resolve expeditiously without it becoming so far long and a big outburst to where now they are exhausted with repeating the same stuff. We're just looking for transparency. What else they got? That woman sat in the cut and let them exhaust themselves. Now she's shooting back with a cannon. Like I say, I ain't taking no sides. I'm just calling it like I see it. And normally, the first people that is out of the dugout doing all the complaining, 10 against 1, is usually the 10 that's got something to hide. It's usually the 10 that got something to hide. I get it, my queen. that she did a little bit of lying or this or that, all on social media, right? Over there on Roland Martin. She was on another show not too long ago, and she don't do it on her social media. She be showing all her shit, on her channel. What she doing for the people, right? But I notice when she goes and talks to other people, it may be some discrepancies, right? There may be something she says that needs to be challenged. I get that. But one thing for sure and two things for certain. She ain't under oath talking to those people. She ain't under oath. She ain't under oath on. So on social media, you can say what the hell you want to say. But it can cost you in the long run, right? Because everything that she's saying, by her choice of what she wants to tell people, right? It's used against her. That's the only thing that you really have to sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice because there's going to be some rebuttals coming towards you. Now it's you're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. That woman knows what she's been saying out here in public. That woman knows that shit. She knows. Yeah, she knows what she's been saying. And then she can go to court and do just like what everybody else been saying. I can't recall. I can't recall. You don't see my yard? You don't see the grass? Oh, look at that grass. Look at that grass, y'all. Ooh, look at that grass. Ooh, that's some healthy grass there, y'all. Ain't that grass pretty? Look at that grass. Look at that grass. It's so pretty. I love my grass, y'all. It's almost got it like football turf. I almost got that looking like the football turf grass. I got some new bushes coming in not this weekend, I'll be gone. Wait a minute, what's this weekend? 18, 19, I've got to finish getting prom stuff together, graduation stuff. Saturday, I got to look at my calendar. But I got some new bushes coming in. Gonna be pretty, y'all. So, yeah. Ain't that grass pretty, Shannon? That's some pretty. Oh, and you like my grass? It's so pretty. Mm-hmm. My little flowers coming up. I don't know if y'all can see them. Let me show you. Look at that. Look at them little flowers. Y'all can't see the little green in there? They coming up. Oh, y'all can't see that though. See them little greens coming up? Ooh, they're gonna be so pretty. I got the grill ready to go. So, yeah. But I just had to share that, with you guys. Like I say, I ain't on nobody's side, I just see some things that is flaw with the trustees' stories. I see some, discrepancies in the super mayor stories, and it's all going to play out where it should play out, and that is in the court of law. Now, what these people are going to have to hope on is that they can get their mission accomplished before election time. Because if it don't happen before election time and all they doing is sitting around bickering, having these back and forth hood arguments at a board meeting and calling people this and talking about that, disgruntled attitudes, right? They gonna come to find out that woman gonna get reelected. I think she got way more people on her side for the things that she has done for the people down there than with the amount of people that is just not liking her. And she gonna fuck around and take that election. And y'all know what's gonna happen in that election once she win it, right? You got fired. You get fired. You get a notice. You get fired. She firing everybody. She gon' fire them all, y'all. And then here comes a lawsuit. Because they gonna feel like that they got fired wrongfully. No, remember you said this about me? It sucks to be the head nigga in charge. I ain't gonna lie. Boy, it sucks to be going up against the head nigga in charge. Boy, I just like y'all seeing that shit with Trump. Trump ass is crazy as hell. Be cracking me up. I dilly dab in it, be laughing at it and everything. But right now, Trump need to take the L. Oh, goddamn accountability for this shit that you did. Now you got them all up in there teaching each other about the Constitution and Article 2, all about Fitzgerald and versus Nelson, and we talking about George Bush. We talking about Obama. They talking about Washington. They talking about the Clintons. They talk all this shit. And the main thing, in my opinion, that Supreme Court is up there arguing is that, listen here, dude. If we do this and we oblige by the old shit that them old people has constructed out here under the Constitution, a basis on what is lawful and unlawful, or how a president should be held accountable or non-accountable within what the Constitution is saying. What we're going to be doing is having a repetitive cycle of allowing a United States citizen to do whatever the hell it is, whether it is corrupt or not corrupt. It's just going to keep having that pattern. So they're trying to see if there's a way that it can be fixed. Granted, this argument against Nelson and Fitzgerald, may have had some constructive, substantiated validity to it back then in 1912. If you ask me, the Constitution should have been rewritten, because there's no way that any breathing soul on this American fucking land out here should be able to do whatever it is that you want to do. But then when it happens to somebody else, you want that same rule to apply to uphold a conviction on somebody else. That shit is wrong on all freaking levels and under God's eye. And that's just how I feel about that. My phone about to die. Y'all have a good night, and I'm out. Oh, I don't eat tomatoes. Get out of here. I'm finna block you. We'll put no damn tomatoes back here. Are you crazy? Are you nuts? Later, Gator.